Guys, it's Nick again. I'll be making more videos with my DSLR camera because I got a new little camera stand. But I've been working on this now for roughly an hour and a half or so. My prior video kind of showed the diagram that I was going off of. So it's pretty, this is actually, it's kind of simple to follow. Like I said, it takes a long time just to go through it. These are the hard lines that they have here, and those are actually, disregard this crazy mess, they're over there somewhere. So I'm doing my best to actually remove those hard lines because I just think that they're ridiculous. But I may come into a problem later on. But so this is kind of how we're running. In the prior video I kind of showed you how I was going to run these and have these hooked up to here. Well, I have it as a Y, and then I had to use a T to connect it, but it's Y'd and T'd, and hopefully this will work, we'll see. But as far as these go, I didn't have enough of my silicone hose for this. I think these are just rubber hoses because they feel like crap. But what I'll do is once I get my other silicone hose kit that I ordered, I'll just replace them if need be. But for right now, I think these are going to be adequate. Once again, what I did is you remove these two little hoses that connect this one to this one and this one to that one, and what you do is you run it how it is right here. I ran a T in this one because once again I ran out of my Y's, my little fittings, but you basically hook this up to a Y, or in my case a T, and hook these ones up to a Y, and then you run it to, well, you can see how it runs around here, to the boost gauge. Now this is a manual boost controller, not a boost gauge, a boost controller. This is a manual boost controller, and it's turbo smart, made in Australia, as you can see. But the only reason why I'm using this is I mentioned in the first video that I don't have to spend any more money, and this I already had, so I might as well use it, right? And realistically, the only thing I need now is a boost gauge so I can make sure everything is set properly. It should kick in, I think there's like either 4, maybe 3 pounds of boost when the initial turbo kicks in, and then I think it's up to 10 on when the second one turns in and kicks on. So maybe I can control that, figure out what's going on there. But this is just because. So this, I don't even know if this is the right one where it goes there, but I just found it. So what I did is I kind of ghetto rigged it. I had an extra one for my 20V, one of these hoses, because this swap didn't come with those hoses. So I have to make my intake box and everything too, but it should be fine right now. It's, like I said, I'm just trying to get everything wired up, or I guess fit up. But these this vacuum line, if I read this diagram properly, it went to here, and then you have this other one going to here, and then this right here going to here. So you have 1, 2, and 3 going to those 3 right there. I think that's accurate, because if you look at this diagram, I know it's kind of overwhelming, you'll see these 3 right here, and you follow these down, kind of stay with them. There's one right there too, one right there, there, and there. And like I said, this one runs around here and goes right here, which that's what I did. You can kind of see how this one on the bottom goes around to the inside. And the ones that I'm having problems with, or had problems with, is this one, because this one's a little thicker, and then it goes to the other one. But as you can see, I still need to, maybe you can't see it from there, I need to hook this up, this one up, to, where did it go? Down here. So you kind of see them. These two are kind of, what I didn't mention in the first video is that if you notice that this is actually a JDM motor. Yes, it's from 98 Affinity, but this right here is the JDM thermostat housing. I initially broke that off, or it came broke, so I was like, well, I had an extra one, thankfully, and I replaced it. And then I thought about it, like, why don't I just switch it over to the US version so I could run the, it's actually from an S4, I guess it would be a Radiator. It's a Radiator cap, so it has like a little nipple here. So you run it here, and then I need to replace this because this got crunched up. But I'll just run it directly to the overflow or the reservoir tank, and it'll be like a mini AST. So that's kind of an upgrade. I don't know if you want to call it an upgrade. Some people like it, some people don't, but you just got to cap off this because there's no reason to have this. When I took this off, I used a Miata thermostat. I'm not really sure how well that'll be. I never ran one before because I just ran electric water pump before, but we'll find out. It's supposed to kick in at 160, I think, or maybe it's 180. No, 180 is the FD. But like I said, I mean, it's kind of a work in progress right now. I need I need a lot more wiring done. I mean, yeah, like vacuum lines, I should say. So you see those three right there I have to do. I have to make sure I have the right clips, and I need a purge, and the other sensor right here I have to wire in, which is over there. You can see those little horde of wires, or those vacuum lines. That one has to be done, and then this right here, as I mentioned, the first one, this one has to be to the one of them has to go to the blow-off valve, and this one will be the boost controller, or boost gauge. So this will be this one will run up here when I get the blow-off valve. I gave one of these away to one of my buddies because he needed it for his S5 T2, no, his S5 6-port turbo conversion. But you know, now maybe I should have got it back. Well, maybe I'll see if I can rig up my 20B one so I can use it there. I'm not sure what boost it actually kicks in on there, or like what pressure it's set at. But once again, this is just going to go to, I mean, really all I need is to have anywhere on here to get one for the blow-off valve and one for the boost gauge. And I'm just for now, I'll probably just get a cheapo D-series Defy or Defi or whatever I want to call it gauges, just to get it done. But you know, it's really kind of difficult to get this thing rolling when you're not selling parts or making money, because you can't really, I mean, for me, I can't really throw all my money into it and then it'll be broke. So what I'm doing is just kind of doing as much as I can right now, and then when I can afford to get everything done. The whole goal of this car now is to get it running. When I get it running, my buddy's actually going to give me a single oil cooler, so I can just, like I said, get it running right now. Once it's running, I'll kind of figure out what I want to do from there. But once I start making money, what I'll do is, or the plan is, to get a feed wide body kit. It's actually the Shine Auto, so it's a feed replica, and that runs around 1,800 bucks for the one that I want. I'm gonna get the carbon Kevlar, or actually the Kevlar side step and Kevlar front bumper protector. This is actually what I found to be, at first I thought this was an HKS downpipe, right? But, oh, sorry, you can see it. So this actually, I found out, does the research, this is a Gredi or a Trust downpipe. I think these are pretty rare, but I'm not sure. I saw one go for used in Great Britain for 170 pounds, which, if I am still correct, it's around 280 bucks or 260 bucks US for a used one in worse condition than this. I mean, there's some minor imperfections here, like there's a dent. You can see a dent right here. But what I'll probably do is, if I do end up keeping this downpipe, I'll just wrap it and then run it. If this guy comes through and buys these twins, which I'm not sure he will, I'll remove this again and then sell the twins. Sell this, hopefully, sell my Y pipe, Finney Y pipe, and then run a single. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, it's kind of, it all depends on how much money I have and what I want to do to this, because yeah, well, pretty much it. I took the other fender off too. It's sitting over there on my 20B, and yeah, oh yeah, my mounts. I finally got my mounts back. What I'll do is with the 20B update, it's pretty awesome, right? It's gonna be safe in there now, but I'll try to see if I can set it in there. The transmission that I'm gonna actually made up with the 20B is going to be from a 350 or 370Z, or I guess it would be G35 or G37 as well if you're in the Infinity world. But the reason why I decided to go with that is because it's substantially less than any like T56, which I think is garbage shifting, or any transmission for that matter. You can buy a nice CD009 from a 2006, I believe, plus Infiniti G35 or 350Z, and they run for sub $700 for a pretty nice one. And those things can hold, you know, well, they've been rated for over 1,200 horsepower sometimes. So it really, you know, if you take care of it, they have better sync grosses, and it's a 6-speed. So I think just for cruising, it might be a good idea. I still have a couple transmissions which are over here somewhere that I need to sell yet, though. One of them actually is supposed to be sold, but yeah, it never came through. So anyways, that is all. Not much going on. I need to figure out my intercooler too, but stay tuned.